All right, let's dive right into this explainer because we are looking at something that will completely change how you view getting older. We're breaking down the Youth Protocol by Deepak Thapamagar, and the core thesis here, it is absolutely revolutionary. Listen, aging isn't just some passive countdown on a calendar. It's an active, ongoing conversation happening right now between your cells and your lifestyle. Every single day, you are literally giving your body instructions on how to age. So here's our roadmap for today. First, rethinking how we age. Second, the nutritional master switches. Third, the power of good stress. Fourth, environment, sleep, and mindset. And lastly, number 5, actually measuring your biological age.
Okay, section 1, rethinking how we age. It's time for a major paradigm shift. We really need to challenge the biggest myth out there, the idea that getting older means this inevitable, unstoppable physical decline.
Deepak Thapamagar really hits the nail on the head here. You're not aging, you're signaling. So, what does that actually mean? Well, it means every bite of sugar you eat, every hour of sleep you skip, or every massive spike of stress you feel, that sends a literal biological signal directly to your cells. You are either telling them to repair and rebuild, or to break down and prepare for decline. Think about your chronological age. That's just a passive countdown. It's the calendar, the number on your passport you simply can't change. But contrast that with your biological age. This is the true age of your cells, and the science confirms it is highly malleable. You can actually protect your DNA, clear out dead cells, and actively repair your body to literally reverse this number. Moving right along to section 2, the nutritional master switches. We're talking about food as biological instructions. Let's see how food, and sometimes the complete absence of it, programs our cellular machinery. Okay, so there's this Nobel-winning process of cellular rejuvenation called autophagy. It's basically your cells recycling their own damaged components. When you fast for, say, 12 to 16 hours, your body flips a profound metabolic switch. It hits pause on a growth pathway called MTR and hits play on a repair pathway called AMPK. It acts like a deep clean for your cells, clearing out debris and recycling damaged parts to build healthy new ones, including fresh collagen for your skin. But you know, there's a dark side to nutrition too, and that's glycation. When free sugar floats around in your blood, it acts almost like hot caramel poured directly over your skin's collagen scaffolding. The sugar sticks to the proteins, it hardens, and it causes your skin to become brittle, saggy, and wrinkled. Sugar literally sculpts your face by destroying your collagen from the inside out. So, how do we defend against this? Well, enter a highly actionable, remarkably cheap habit. The clove protocol. Just steep 2 to 3 whole organic cloves in warm water overnight and drink it first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. It relies on a powerful compound in cloves called eugenol, which acts as a massive insulin sensitizer. It stabilizes your blood sugar and silences inflammation before you've even had breakfast. Now wrap your head around this number, 290,283. That massive number is clove water's ORAC score, which is a scientific measure of antioxidant capacity. To put that into perspective for you, it is 30 times higher than a bowl of blueberries. No joke. By drinking this every morning, you're flooding your system with cellular armor, neutralizing the free radicals that essentially rust your body from the inside. And to really build that cellular armor, we have to talk about the 3 pillars of gut youth. You've got to feed the 38 trillion bacteria running your anti-aging engine. For diversity, aim for 30 or more different plant species a week to build up that microbiome. For fermentation, you need 1 to 2 servings of fermented foods a day, like plain yogurt or sauerkraut, to deliver live bacteria. And finally, fiber. Aim for 35 to 50 grams daily to feed those bacteria so they can pump out powerful anti-inflammatory compounds like butyrate. All right, section 3, the power of good stress, also known as hormesis activation. We really have to ask ourselves, is modern comfort, like our climate-controlled homes and cushy chairs, actually making us age faster? The antidote to all that comfort is hormesis. Basically, it's a small, deliberate stressor that triggers a powerful adaptive response. Because our ancestors survived freezing nights, long fasts, and intense physical labor, our bodies are literally hardwired to hit a biological reset button when they're challenged. These controlled stressors leave you significantly stronger and way more resilient. Let's look at a couple of examples. Think of cold exposure, like an icy shower, as an immortal switch. It activates fat-burning brown fat, boosts immune function, and wakes up your brain by increasing norepinephrine.
On the flip side, heat therapy, like jumping into a sauna, provides a massive cellular reboot. It induces these things called heat shock proteins that activate longevity genes and actually fix damaged proteins in your body, all while giving you the physiological benefits of a cardio workout.
And the best part? You don't need some punishing, massive gym routine to activate these anti-aging pathways. The minimum effective dose is actually pretty manageable. We're talking 8,000 to 10,000 steps a day, basic strength training 3 times a week, a quick high-intensity interval session once or twice a week, and just staying mobile daily. This exact routine is proven to activate youthful hormones, clear out inflammation, and literally lengthen your telomeres, those little protective caps on your DNA.
Which brings us to Section 4, environment, sleep, and mindset. These are the absolute foundations of repair. Because honestly, if you get everything else right but ignore these hidden lifestyle factors, you are entirely sabotaging your biology. Just look at the devastating impact of chronic stress. It is straight up biochemical rust. When you're constantly operating in survival mode, your body just pumps out cortisol. That breaks down collagen, spikes your blood sugar, and inflames your gut. It literally ages your face and shortens those telomeres we just talked about, effectively adding up to a decade to your biological age. A whole decade. To fight that, you need to signal safety to your nervous system. Try this 30-minute wind-down routine to guarantee you get 7 to 9 hours of restorative sleep. Enforce a digital sunset 90 minutes before bed, sip some magnesium glycinate tea, take a warm bath, practice gratitude journaling, and do some 4-7-8 breathing. Remember, during deep sleep, your body releases growth hormone and flushes toxins from your brain. Sleep is, hands down, your body's most powerful anti-aging clinic. And hey, your mind plays a huge role too. Your brain honestly doesn't know the difference between reality and what you fiercely believe. If you constantly use ageist language or complain about getting older, you are accelerating cellular aging. Instead, cultivate self-concept flexibility, master curiosity over comparison, build a vibrant tribe around you, and practice visualizing your future self. Viewing stress as a challenge rather than a threat physically protects your telomeres. It's a real game changer. Finally, Section 5, measuring your biological age. Test, don't guess. Because look, if you're doing all this hard work, you need the hard data to prove it's actually working. Seriously, you can forget your birthday. The most crucial numbers for predicting your true age are HSCRP and HbA1c. HSCRP measures the silent, general inflammation load in your body, while HbA1c tracks your average blood sugar over the last 3 months. Add in fasting insulin as an early warning sign for insulin resistance, and boom, you have a crystal clear picture of your cellular health. Getting these specific markers into optimal ranges fundamentally slows down the aging process. So this becomes your own personal scientific experiment. On day 0, get your core panel tested. Then, for the next 90 days, run the youth protocols. Implement the fasting, the clove water, the sleep routines, and the movement. Then, on day 91, rerun the panel. Day 92, you compare the data and adjust exactly what works for your unique biology. It's really that simple. So I'll leave you with this one question to think about. What would your future self do today? Remember, you are not just a product of time, you are the architect of your youth. The science is absolutely clear, the protocols are laid out, and the data is yours to track. So when are you going to start signaling your body to rebuild?